What's up, legends? Welcome back to another YouTube live stream. My name is Stefan Kunz and I'll be your host. You're going to draw with me today, and I'm really excited that we get to be creative on a Friday. So today's very special topic is drawing 16 different styles of one letter. Now you gotta ask why 16, and maybe you've heard me already explain that, is I wanted to start this challenge out with 20 when I did. And I started this challenge out actually, I think 2 or 3 years ago. So it was one of the very first YouTube videos that I did where I did all these different styles of one letter. And it's very slow. I'm very advancing slow in this one, but it's a great exercise to practice your styles, to practice your letters, and come up with new inventive styles and also just nail some other styles. I'm really excited about this, and 16 is because it's very easily dividable into 16. So to divide a piece of paper into 16 is very easy. And I do these challenge or this exercise always in my workshops. So it's not something new, but it's always a great way to practice and how you can come up with different ideas. I've actually already started to compile some ideas here in my sketchbook. I thought it would be really cool. And as you guys might have seen on my YouTube community page or on Patreon, I've actually bought a ton of new equipment for the live stream, and it came in on Wednesday. Unfortunately, most of the things are actually not working yet. I just blew the fuse on a light switcher on a device there, and the other light didn't come with a power cable, so there's a ton of stuff that are not working. Plus, I missed out on Wednesday live stream, so you might have maybe seen this, and I don't know what happened there, but it was, I was out for a really cool video shoot, and again, share that with my Patreon. So I wanted just to give a huge shout out to my Patreon. So thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. Anyone who is giving just even $1. So it starts with just $1. I don't have any other tiers. Some people are so generous, they are giving 10. I got Jonathan, who actually I shared with that I was doing all these improvements on the live stream, and he was like, you know what, stop this. I'm gonna turn it from $1 to $10, and he just upped his membership status right away. So I'm really excited for that. So if you want to become an exclusive member, get access to the Q&As, and I'm going to start coaching my members very soon. So we're doing one-on-one coaching with some of them. I'm going to pick them out randomly, and I'm going to be excited to share all of these different things on Patreon as well. So let's start straight off. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I see people joining in from everywhere. I love doing these Come Draw With Me sessions because, one, I get to be creative during this time, but not only I get to be creative, you guys are getting creative too, and I see what you guys are doing on Instagram. I see all the posts that you are sharing where I get mentioned and I get tagged in. And seriously, this is so beautiful to see, and it warms my heart. Like, one of the things that I do is over here, we create to inspire others. So if I get to be creative and I get to share what I love to do with you guys, and you guys pick up your pens and be creative, that seriously is what I am living for. This is my passion. So I'm excited to see people from everywhere, from the Philippines. And thank you, Valerie. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I hope you are doing well too. I don't know how you guys are dealing with the whole situation, with the lockdown, with everything that's going on. But you know what? This is the time not to think about that, but to get creative and to practice, to be proactive and start doing awesome things, start being creative, like I said. So let's get started. Let's look over here, top down. This is, let's see. There we go. We see the 16 types of one letter challenge. Now, you might recognize this font. This is the one that I use on my Instagram account a lot. It's Ian has actually helped me produce that one, and we're still finishing it, giving some touches. I just wanted to mention that because he gave it a really creative name. He called it the Stefan. It's really fun. I've never thought of that, but this is really fun. So 16 types of one letter challenge. So we got 16 times the grid builder here. And the challenge is all about coming up with the most diverse types of one letter. You can go really into illustration. You can go into any types of different styles you want. And It's all about being creative and trying something out. You know, you're not going to get better if you just do the same thing over and over again. You're just going to improve it little by little. But if you try out new styles, like maybe script style, cursive, some black letters, all the stuff that you can do, then you can get very creative. And that's what is beautiful about letters. Letters are just amazing how flexible and how diverse they can be. So you can get this sheet actually in the description in my video here. I've linked it below. You'll find that downstairs here at the bottom. All right. So I'm using here this big one that I've turned around so I can draw in a large way. And let's get started with a simple E. I'm not gonna do it too crazy. I'm gonna use a pencil brush here, Steph's pencil. You can get that pencil if you subscribe to my newsletter. You get that pencil for free. I have my two favorite brushes, the brushes that I use by far the most, the pencil and the Stefan sketch brush, and you'll get these for free if you subscribe to my newsletter. And I don't do much everything else. Yes, Tavis, Stefan. And if you're thinking, why am I replying so late to the comments? I have a 30-second delay on those videos. So let's get started. Here, we're gonna start off on the side. I'm gonna resize my brush. And I'm just gonna drag this down. I'm gonna reduce the opacity of that brush too. Again, make it a little bit bigger because, you know, we're gonna fill this out. And so I'm gonna start off with a simple E. You know, we're getting warmed up. We're just seeing what we can do here with the letter builder. And so this is what I'm using right now. It's the letter builder. So fun fact about the E is that this is the middle bar. The crossbar usually is a little bit shorter than the rest too. Even the top one should be a little bit shorter as well than the bottom one. But you know, I'm not that into detail so much. And I'm gonna, you know, just give it a little outline here. So I could actually improve or change the size settings of the brush just so I can match that size. Maybe I can just do that actually. See, there we go. Makes it so much easier. Now you don't have to do this exercise on the iPad. You can just do this on a piece of paper. You can print it out. You can do it in a small scale. Small scale is also great because you're not going to spend too much time on going into too many details. You can still keep up the details to the very, very end and do something amazing. All right, this is a simple E. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out here just the top part. And then maybe include a gradient down here. So this is really a warm-up exercise. We're just gonna play around a little bit here. So this looks already kind of nice, kind of cool. What can I do? I'm always trying to think of how can I step this all up just a tiny little bit here. So drop shadow line. Could also improve this tiny little bit. It might overdo it, you know, that happens sometimes. But I'm excited to see what you guys are drawing. So let me know if you guys are drawing with me. Don't forget to share a picture. Use the hashtag #drawwithstefan and also tag me in your pictures because then I can repost them on my stories to show everyone what they're missing out on. And I cannot wait to see you guys repeat that. Even if you're rewatching it, don't worry. I love to see people just redoing the same exercise. Also, you can just do any other letter. You don't have to do the letter E. You can choose your favorite letter. There we see, I see Grace Ross using pencil and paper. That is perfect. You don't need anything else. Those are pretty much the best you can do. So let's go. This is letter number 1. I'm gonna rescale this here to the E here, like that. I'm just gonna place it. Boom! Number 1, done. And it's only been like 10 minutes since we started. Okay, let's go with number 2. So I love cursive styles, especially for the E. So I'm just gonna keep it more flexible, and I'm gonna use those roundings here and follow those lines a little bit. Maybe not too much here. But see, those lines from the letter builder actually help me to play around with the whole letter. Like, I can use all these lines here to help me stay consistent. You see, I can just drop barely to that level here, and then maybe go round, or just leave it as is. I don't know. Let's see. And then I can draw a middle line here, kind of make an emboss style or something. You see, this is all about trying out new styles. It's not about coming up with something brand new. It's more about just playing around, see where it takes you. And we're going to do the same thing here, split the bottom part. Something like that, maybe. Kind of like that. And I might use the eraser as well, kind of getting the same one here. Does that actually do anything to my letters? Tiny little bit. Why not? What else can we do to that letter? Let's see. What if I duplicate this letter, drag it down just a tiny little bit here, maybe create a 3D piece out of it? Let's see what we can do. I don't feel like this would be the way to go. But it's good. We tried it. We're trying out new things. We're learning to fail, to make mistakes. It doesn't always have to be perfect. I'm just going to leave probably as is. I'm just going to delete those 2 layers here. But I'm trying to think of what we can do to really make this one stand out. What about adding some shine effects here. Something like that maybe, I don't know. Kind of look like toothpaste, right? So let's try and see how this will look on the rest of those letters here. So if we can put it right next to it. Whoa. Having a hard time to place it here just perfectly. Well, somehow I cannot scale that. So number 1, number 2, it's looking great. Getting started. Let's go to number 3. All right, number 3. oh, I can drag this one in here. So whenever I turn this layer on, boom. Nope, doesn't work. There we go. Now it works. So every time I turn this one on, we'll get to see all of them. Okay, so number 2, actually number 3. We're already at 3. So I'm gonna go back to my idea book here. Oh, this one, I love this one. This one looks really cool. So it's basically a normal E, and then we're gonna play with it. We're gonna have some fun. Let's see, let's see how I can start this one. So I'm gonna do just some strokes here and there. This will help me then draw the final version. Like that. Hide that a little bit. And then create a new layer. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to go in and out. And I'm gonna try to see if I can actually use some of these elements here. Oh, it looks already nice. Feels weird actually to always self-compliment myself, but it's more about a little bit of having an outward look to see how this goes and works. So I'm trying to stick on these lines here so I know kind of where those straight lines need to be. And I think a little bit of self-confidence, self-boost is also very good. So see here, I want to make this one shorter. So here I'm even going to connect these two, but I'm going to leave out just this, make this gap here, adding a little touch over there. All right, almost done. And now we can just fill this out. Also, thank you so much for liking this video. Maybe together we can actually get this video to as many possible likes as we can. So if you haven't already hit that like button, you can help me out with that. The reason why liking the video and subscribing is helpful is to get higher in the stats, to get new viewers in, to help spread the word. And also, for me, it's mostly about helping the community so that we can actually start drawing more together, that we can get all more creative, which is really cool. So how to get that grid? So you can get the letter builder, the grid in the background, that's called the letter builder. It's a tool that a friend of mine, Ian, and I have created together because we actually have been using this technique by ourselves when we were drawing letters. And so we tried to create this tool for everyone to use where you could just draw every single letter and to have a tool that is easy. So you can get that on our shop, either Ian's shop, my shop. The shop is also in the description below. You'll find it there and you can find that. So I want to give a big shout out to Grace Ross, who pledged $5. Wow, thank you, Grace, so much for pledging $5 to my Patreon. You are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting this channel with $5 monthly. And can't wait to see you on our coaching sessions, on our Zoom calls, and be part of the awesome community to see what's going on behind the scenes. You'll actually figure out why I was not around on Wednesday. And so here I'm just adding a couple of touches there, here and there. And yeah, thank you so much, Grace. I really appreciate it. And you know, guys, it's not that I need the money, but it's actually helping me just to invest into YouTube so much easier and so much better, to really dedicate my time, because I have employees. I need to think about them as well and how I can pay them. And our tools and products, that's also a way that we are able to afford to pay them. But also just YouTube is right now is not profitable in any way for me. I'm wanting to invest in here, and all the Patreons are actually making this possible, are helping me invest into lights, into equipment, into better cameras and all that stuff. So I'm really excited. Also, just what we get to do, all the community hangouts we get to do here. So that is awesome, and I'm always excited about more stuff. So here I'm just gonna add some highlights to make it stand out, because I believe that we can always improve our pieces just a tiny little bit, like adding one more step to every single thing is how we do the best work. And you always learn something new by doing so. Like, practice is so important in anything you do. Something like this. How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments if you're liking this one. I do. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit here these sides because they're not super sharp, and you can see that in the final result. And I just want to clean this up a little bit. Not spending too much time here, just wanting to give this a go. Also, just a huge shout out to Ian, who made the drawing sheet, because it's just awesome to be able to actually share that. We saw so many people actually doing this challenge these last couple of days, and we are just in awe with all the creativity, everything that you guys have created, these beautiful letters that you have made. So we love it. All right, this one feels like it's complete. Maybe I need just one tiny little touch. Okay, sorry. Right there. There we go. Almost looks okay. You see, there's always something you can improve on. Okay, now this is done. Let's delete this layer. Let's put this one down here to the rest. Let's reduce the size so we can put it right here next to the others. Perfect. Okay, letter number 3 is done. We got half an hour over. Wow, this is taking so much more time than I anticipated, but it's okay. We can do this. And let's hide this layer here again. Let's start drawing a E. What do I want? Oh, this Gothic E. Yes, this is one that I want to do for sure. Let's try this. So, a Gothic styled letter. Those are actually pretty cool, especially there's just some styles that it works really well. Something like that. And then I'm just gonna leave here a little gap. Gonna be a little bit creative. Oh yeah. This is looking good. So again, this exercise is all about practicing different styles. You need to improve yourself, you need to try out styles. You need to learn how these letters perform, how you can copy any style of letters, to be creative, to learn how this works. And you'll get so much better by trying out, by just giving it a try. And in here, like at the end, the end result will look great because you have 16 different styles of one letter. So not one will have the full attention. It's kind of like cheating, but at the same way, in a good way. You get to practice a lot of different letters, and this is just fantastic. So I'm just coloring this one out here, and I kind of like this gap behind. I don't know why, it just feels good. And you know what? You can now improve some of it with just some techniques here and there. So what about we create this inline here, and then just make a gradient. Ooh, I really like where this is going. Just adding some stippling. I don't know why. This is just relaxing. This is a relaxing stream. So here I'm also just going to add a touch of shadow, like drop shadow style, just as if the 3D was like invisible but would still hide the shadow. And the good thing is I can just erase here some parts. like this. Hey, this is good. This is good. Hey, you guys, you don't have to do anything the way you need to. Like, don't worry if you don't have the shadow. There's no need to copy everything that I'm doing. Be creative and inventive in your own way. You don't have to just copy this. You can add touches the way you want it to. Sorry, I have those weird throat bubs, those air bubs that just come out and just need to get out. So I'm like, stopping of talking. I have to stop talking there. Weird things that the body just does on its own. Here we go. Okay, so let's drag this again here in the rest. And we got our first line. Wow, let's look at that. Let's see. Placing this next to it. Yes, loving it. We got 4 different E's already, and they're looking fantastic. I'm excited about this. Let's do number 5. Let's get it going. So let's do a really thick E. So I'm seeing, all right, so let's see. Nope, not the way I want it to look. Let's try something else. Let's see. Ooh, I have an idea. So, new one here. It's going to be too much of the same. So I'm trying to think of what happens if we duplicate this layer and connect these. No. Ribbon styled E. Let's clear this one up here. Clear. Taking up my list here of letters that I have drawn. Oh, this one. This one looks pretty cool. We can turn this one into more like a 3D styled one. So, how do we go about it? That is a question. Again, start drawing using the pencil. And we're just going to make it a little bit shorter than here. I'm just going to use some of the lines. Like I know that this here is parallel, so this should work. Same at the bottom. It's like that. But now I want to move this one. Make it more 3D-esque. And now I'm going to reduce the size here just a tiny little bit. Add the crossbar. Maybe down here, just make it parallel to this long line here to the crossbar, or to the stem of the letter, actually, that's what it's called. Kind of like that. I can erase this, and then I can duplicate this layer, drag it down, and whoops, there we go. Either reduce the opacity layer or just erase some elements, and I gotta be on the right layer to do so. Huh, wait, I need this dot here. I will also need these two. Well, actually, I'll need that line here. Not as far, but I'll just... Oops. Little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. But it's all manageable and doable. Okay, let's see. So I need to connect this line here. This will go to here, so this will be colored in. This will be colored in. This will be connected, so this will also all be colored in. And so now I know pretty much all the parts that need to be colored in. Practicing some 3D lettering, as if we didn't have already enough of those on the stream, but 3D lettering is just too much fun not to do it. I got even my dad to rewatch one of the live streams that I did, and he did also try the 3D lettering. So funny enough, funny story though, my dad used to draw a lot of 3D letters, and we had that in the house. I was just not so clear about it, that he did that and that he liked doing it. So I guess it's kind of like father like son. All right, now I can erase these parts here. Just like that. And then maybe add some smaller lines. add some contrast to the bottom lines here. And then I'm gonna reduce that. All right, that is letter number 5. Let's drag down. Whoa. Merge down. Reduce the size. And like that. We got letter number 5. Done. Pretty cool E. Yes, thank you, Lindo. I was saying sorry because sometimes I stumble, you know. I don't always choose my words wisely. Oh, what is going on in the chats here? Okay, let's do a simpler form of E. I think this one was very detailed. Let's just do a simple E. some highlights here and there, maybe just over the corner as well. Like that. Then we just need to erase here. There we go. Maybe some easy E. Okay, let's go back to a cursive E. I think we're missing some here. Let's try out a brand new E. See how's everyone doing? Very beautiful E. Thank you. Guys, don't forget to tag me in whatever you're drawing right now so I can see and can repost those pictures of you doing these exercises. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a sketch and then may just reduce the Now I'm not happy with the top here with this part. Let's see what we can do to improve this. And now, just to add some touches here, I'm just going to try out something and see. Nah, doesn't work this way around, I think. All right, that's another one. Let's put that into the others. Ooh, distorting it actually looks really cool. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Happy accidents. Yeah. I'm just going to reduce here. Maybe not as much. All right. Now, I can actually start drawing inside here. Let's see. Boom. What about that one? That one also doesn't look too bad. So we started off here halfway through. We started off here with a simple E, just really easy to do, nothing special about it or nothing too special about it. We added another one here, more like a toothpaste top here. This is what I loved about it. Then we have a very liquid, almost flowing through it E, a Gothic styled E that I really love. I love this gap here. I'm really in love with that part. Then we got like a money-esque styled E, 3-dimensional, having all these lines inside, kind of giving it texture, a balloon E, just to keep it simple. Then this one was actually, by accident, turned out actually better than I anticipated. And finally here, a more serif, kind of comic styled Western E. All right, let's go for the next one. I'm gonna go back again for Western style, and I'm gonna interchange where the weights are. So I'm just gonna add a lot of weight at the top here. I don't know, does this work? Nah, not necessarily like that, but maybe. Maybe I need to. There we go. That looks a tiny little bit better. Something like that. Well, who knows? It's one style, 1 of 16. And let's see, what else? Looking through, oh yeah, like a, let me just, so one, kind of like a, actually more. Like a sign painter styled E. Let's imagine you're having a brush you can use. Something like that. Why not? Why not? Knitting style. Oh, how do I do that? I like the idea. Another styled E that I wanted to do is more of a pixelated E. I'm just not seeing how I can do that right now. But what I can do here is this other style that I had in mind. Kind of like taking these. And then we can add some stitches over here. I don't know why, but we can. So why not do it? Oh, I love it. Musa Kimar is encouraging Christopher to keep trying. And yes, Christopher, keep trying to do so. So what else can we try? There's so many styles we still haven't touched on. More of a regular. This is also a very good creative exercise, and with exercise, you train your creative muscle with it, which is really good, which is a healthy part of the brain to keep active, to play around with, to just keep in shape. And if you do more of these exercises, the easier we'll get. It's kind of like doing some push-ups. Like the more push-ups you do, the easier they'll get. And so whenever this exercise is getting too easy, practice something new. I'm still trying to figure out how to do these cuts. Not always as easy as I think they are. But they're all, you can learn so much from it. I just kind of want to try something with this E. Well, actually, you know what? We got to finish this. We got to keep on going. We are over an hour in, and we got this. So amazing to see all of you guys are in here. And E with the vitamins, tablets. I kind of like the idea. So There we go. Kind of E with some tablets. Why not? So lowercase e. We can do that. I feel like it's usually a little bit of cheating if we do a lowercase e, but because the style of e's just changed drastically and it will look so different, but we can't do that because there's actually one e that I want to be drawing. Kind of like this half moon-ish. So that is number 14. That is a lowercase e. Let's see what we can start doing with it. I feel like I have to redo this one. Hey, that looks very interesting. Boom. How about that? Jurassic Park E. What is a Jurassic Park E? Jurassic Park E. basically an inline. Yeah, why not? It's not blowing me away, but it could be fun. Kung Fu Panda. You could actually use bamboo sticks, absolutely. I'm gonna draw one also a little bit more flubber-esque. Let's see how far we are with the likes. We got 77 likes. We got 223 viewers. I believe we can get to 100 very quickly, guys. We could even get to 200 very quickly if we all just look up to the screen right now, check it out, and hit the like button. Give a quick like and thumbs up. I kind of like this E here. The cool thing now about this exercise too is to now think as well of how could you use it? How could you implement this into another style, like a letter in the same style? So for example, if you have the E here and you feel like, whoa, this is really cool E, like how could you draw another letter in the same style? The cool thing with the letter builder is that once you've figured out kind of like the shapes, the sizes, you can easily replicate another letter the same way. So if you're drawing with the letter builder, you'll know how easy it is now to draw another letter in the same, kind of the same style, and draw something out again as well. Just creating consistent letters. This is what lettering is really tough on, is to create consistent letters that will look the same overall, like over all your text, over all your letters. Like not exactly the same, but just enough so it looks really cool. Maybe, maybe not. We'll just leave it as is. All right, we're down to the very last letter, the last E. Rulers forming an E. I like that idea. So what about using different sets of rulers? For example, we could use a ruler here. I'm just not going to place it exactly straight on. That would just be easy. And I could, in Procreate, you could actually draw this, and this. Hold it down. And then you got a ruler that you can just transform a tiny little bit here. Yes. I'm thinking of, what else could I use? Do I want to overlay them? I might. Or just wood pieces could also just work. I like the idea. Who gave the idea? Rulers, Lindo, absolutely. So now I'm just gonna place here some measurements, just randomly. Maybe better if I divide it in equal amounts as best as I can, like this. And then add 4 increments so that we have always a 5 in between, just like this. Maybe I can add also some numbers here. So you have 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 15 and 20. Oh, that's a good ruler. All right, we're almost at 100 likes. How amazing is that? You guys are rocking this. This is amazing. It's weird that there are just more on here. What about 15, 10, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. Now we have all the measurements. You can maybe even add a little bit of shadow here. Just like this. And that's how you can, I'm just gonna add some lines in here just to mess with the whole thing. Maybe just add a pen. Like that. And an eraser. Like that. All right, look at this. This is done, and right as we are finishing 100 likes on the video. How amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's take a look back over the different E's that we drew. Again, the simple version of the E, the toothpaste E with the toothpaste top, the liquid, like a little bit shaken E here with all these pieces like dragging out and in. Then one of my probably favorite ones in this one here is the Gothic E with that gap in between. I don't know why I love that gap so much, but probably fall in love just right there with this. The money E, this always, I don't know, this reminds me of a money thing here. What if we added just a line here? That could kind of work, cool. Then we have the balloon E. The balloon, again, you can just play around with it. Have some fun, make it thicker, make it thinner. Then we stretch out that other script styled E. We have this other more serif styled E here. I don't know, this is a inverted contrast E with some shine elements there. Then a sign painting E, so like kind of like brush pieces. This almost looks like film that you would have, but maybe if we could add the stitches on both sides, it would even look a little bit better. Then we have a beautiful script cursive styled E, and just to place it a little bit better here, whoa, maybe that was just too much. I'm just gonna grade this and drag it a little bit higher so the spacing in between is nice and even. Pills, that was suggested by you guys. We have the small cap E, the script style E, and the blob, whatever that should be, blob E, and also the rulers. So this was fun. This was a lot of fun here doing this. I'm excited that you guys were here. I'm gonna hide the become a member, exclusive member. But yeah, thank you so much for spending your afternoon, your morning or evening, wherever you are right now, spending some quality time together. I'm really happy that we got to do this. And next up is the letter F in this series. I did A, B, C already, even the D, and you can watch those all back, play those back, play around with other pieces as well. You can get the letter builder in my shop as well. It's linked below. You can also get it on Ian's website. Whatever works for you best. I'm pretty pumped for Monday for the next stream. I think we're going to do it on Monday. It's going to be Easter Monday, so you guys have a beautiful weekend in front of you. I'm really excited for you guys just to be here. And I want to thank again all my Patreons who have been subscribing, who have been sponsoring. Just here, I saw Grace Ross. Let me see if that was correct, if I said that name right, if I still have that in my memory. Yes, Grace Ross, she gave $5, or she is now a Patreon exclusive member here, and gave $5 for this live stream and every single month as well. So you can start off with just $1. It already helps, and I'm really pumped for that. So guys, don't forget to stay creative, create something today, even if it sucks, even if it's not perfect. Play around with those letters, try out different styles, really go all out. Don't be afraid to fail, make something really awesome. I can't wait to see you guys very soon again, and I wish you a wonderful evening. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you haven't already, comment something below which letter you are finding actually the hardest to draw. That actually will help me to figure out which letter to do next, except that I want to do all of them, and I'm excited to see you guys very, very soon. All right guys, see you in the next stream.